Good morning.
And welcome to another week of Fridge Camp.
It is a flowery edition today, isn't it?
It is, but we don't know what the theme of this week is going to be, but we do know it's going to have a little bit of this.
It's like a stale fart, addicted to steak.
And it's going to have some of this.
There's something else we slipped into.
Post-production, innit?
So first of all, why don't we find out what our theme is by talking to James and his magic ginger beard.
It's a box.
His beard box.
Right, you know this works. In a second, James, this man over here, is going to lower down our beautiful, magical mystery box.
And in that magical, mystery, beautiful box, there is a magical, beautiful, mystery ingredient or theme that is going to give us a theme for the week that we are going to then use to do something that Michael is going to tell you.
It'll probably involve a lot of feedback from you guys, because that's how we roll here. You will shape the recipes that we later share.
James, lower the box. It's delicate.
Egg and soldiers.
Egg and soldiers.
And a
Can of Coke?
cola or coffee.
Don't pick
You just slice the whole thing through? I prefer like the tease, the foreplay of it taking much longer as you slowly...
Do you know what? I'm not coming in this week.
What is this week, James? Is it eggs?
It's soldiers.
It's not
Is
egg.
it?
It's
Knees and toes.
No. No. No.
This week we're going to be focusing on breakfast, and we're going to look at breakfasts from around the world and inside the UK, all over. Any breakfast we want, we just want to create the ultimate breakfast with the help of the community. And then at the end of the week, we are going to have, wait for it,
I'm waiting.
a big morning in with Mike and Ben in the kitchen,
A BMI.
creating
BMI.
the experience, creating the experience of a greasy spoon, perhaps. I feel like it's time to mix up the brownie points.
Oh, okay.
During the whole week, you can award brownie points whenever you want, for whatever you want.
Let's do it. Let's break that fast. Breakfast.
Yeah,
It doesn't think funny.
It's not funny, that's what it is.
That's the fact.
24 hours in a day, but you only eat in 12 of them.
so you're breaking your fast.
You
after
haven't eaten for 12 hours, so you break your fast.
What? Honestly, I'm 29
Yep.
and you're breaking your fast.
So we're going to learn how to break this fast properly.
Breakfast.
We are kicking off breakfast week strongly. This is Shakshuka.
It's a different version of Shakshuka though.
Okay.
It's perfect for the spring. It's piled full of loads of green veg, but the base is very classic. And it starts off with a couple of onions, peeled and sliced, and 4 red peppers, de-seeded and sliced, into a pan and sweated off with a little bit of olive oil for 5 minutes.
That is green.
It might, it might look like a lot, but it's really going to kind of soften,
I've
wilt
got
down,
a
and go
very
super sweet.
serious question. Does this breakfast involve an egg?
It involves 4 eggs.
So basically, when we were talking about
Breakfast is gonna be about
Shakshuka,
eggs.
these guys said Shakshuka basically means a mixture of stuff.
Why are you
as long
so
as it's
high?
okay, don't listen. Then.
Get down.
People basically said as long as it's got tomatoes and eggs, we're good. Shakshuka means a mixture, so beyond that, we're going to mix it up, almost beyond recognition.
But if we mixed the red with some, wait for it, blue, that would make green.
While we wait for this to sweat down, we can chop up a couple of chilies and some garlic.
You have a child.
Yeah? It's green, isn't it? Yellow. Yay! Yellow and blue make green.
Time has passed and our onions and peppers are super sweet. That was the same volume, it's just reduced right down. Now we can add in garlic, chili, cumin, paprika, give it another cook for a little bit. Then we're going to add in tomatoes, stock and tomato puree and let it bubble very, very gently for another 30 minutes until it's really, really saucy.
Yay! The first bit of green.
First bit of green. Okay, so tomatoes, stock and all of the onions and peppers have really reduced down. And what you're looking for is something that's quite saucy. That means you can actually form wells in it.
Right, great. Get right in there, look at that. That looks bubbly and delicious and oozy. Before we move on to more green, I've got a question about that green that just went in.
Yeah.
If I have that genetic thing where I don't like coriander or cilantro, what can we substitute? Parsley, something like that?
Yeah, leave it out or add something like a parsley. So basically you've got...
leave it out.
No, you can just leave it out because there's already loads of sweetness and the cumin and the paprika, and if it's well seasoned, you've got the acidity of the tomato. This is just another flavour and the fleck of green. So either leave it out or you could go with some chives or some parsley if you want that fleck of green. Now at this point, it's very much a classic shakshuka. You crack eggs in it, put a lid on, leave it to very, very gently cook and steam the eggs for 10 minutes or so, job done. However, we're going to move on to green bits in just a moment. But first the eggs, and given the fact we're changing up the colours, I got some of these at the weekend.
Are they blue?
They are from a very, very special hen, the cream leg bar. An amazing hen because they lay blue eggs and they're auto-sexing.
What's that?
Auto-sexing is basically when you have chicks and they're tiny, it's very difficult to tell the sex of a baby chick. In fact, there are professionals called chick sexers. I didn't know that was a thing until the weekend. I learned all about it.
Actually, you know what? I've seen them check, and they have to. It's really weird.
Yeah, let's not talk about that while we're doing breakfast.
They have to go and blow the hair away to see.
Is that what they have to do?
Yeah, I saw a video. I don't know why I was watching chick sexing, but
That's a Google search that you didn't expect. I've just made wells in there again.
The problem is, we were chatting about auto-sexing, and we make wells, and then you don't use them immediately. They kind of fill in. So I was just...
No, I kept stirring so that they were wells.
They fill in when you cover them up.
They're good wells.
So at this point, our lid goes on. That's going to help it to kind of steam and very, very gently poach for about 10 minutes. And then we've got the blue eggs, but now we can move to the green.
So much green.
So much green. You guys suggested we could have done courgettes, asparagus. Some of you said spinach would be awesome. We've gone for courgettes, asparagus, some little gem, because I love cooked lettuce.
We're cooking lettuce.
Yeah.
Boys.
And stacks of herbs.
Grilled lettuce is, I love that.
It's phenomenal.
I'm all over that.
So courgette first, because they're the biggest. We're going to oil them up, season them up, and put them in a griddle pan. Then the asparagus. All we want to do is take off the tips. And then the lettuce we're just going to cut in half. So this is like the moment of truth, because you've left all the steam in there, a very, very gentle cook, and now what you want is eggs like that.
Oh.
Now, you look, they're still slightly wobbly.
Yep.
But they're going to carry on cooking while you plate everything else up. So you want that very slight wobble, because it's going to carry on cooking in the residual. What we can do though, is begin to pile on everything else. So our courgette, our lettuce, our asparagus, mint, parsley and coriander, make it look like an allotment. So this might look like an excessive amount of herbs.
it looks ridiculous.
Even for you, mate.
That looks like your wheelbarrow now.
But when you mix it all in, the eating experience is phenomenal. Last things to go on, we've got some...
Slug there, mate.
Do make sure you wash your herbs first. Last thing to go on, a little bit of feta cheese, just going to crumble that over. And this is ideal to serve some pita or some flatbreads. Yep. We've got these wonderful crisp flatbreads. Some of these will snap.
So they're seedy.
Yeah.
They are seedy, more gardenist.
That looks incredible. And underneath that, there is shakshuka.
And the fact is, this is our green take. Now this is the talking point of the table, and then people dig into it, and it's a tasting point too. It's our green shakshuka sorted. Or are we calling it spring shakshuka? Spring green shakshuka sorted.
I'm going in for an egg.
Hey.
What? Oh,
Be
now you're interested.
Friendly and share. Oh, I didn't bring my strimmer with me. I don't know how I'm going to eat this.
That's got a kick to it.
First of all, you get all the sweetness from like the onions and the peppers, followed by the spice, then the freshness.
Right, I'm going to eat the green bit of this green shakshuka.
You need the green bit to kind of balance it.
And it looks like there's too much until you mix it all together.
I don't mind saying it. This is fantastic.
This is...
Let's get this in there.
Excellent.
Let's get this in there.
I want some of this grilled lettuce.
It looks like too many herbs, but it's balanced.
Do you know what? That is packed.
That's why you've got to give the onions and the peppers so long to sweeten, because you want that sweetness, you want the spice, and then all of that freshness.
This is so good. I'm tempted to give a brownie. Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
You are turning
But I
things
think
on
we're
their head.
thinking too soon.
I was
hold
going
it
to say
back.
my herb
I'm gonna-
garden almost got a brownie point.
I'm holding it back. I'm holding it back. No brownies yet.
I forgot about that.
Well, if you want all the details for a recipe that is almost worth a brownie point, then you can get the link downstairs.
Also, tomorrow, this guy's going to be levelling something up, aren't you?
I am indeed.
What is it?
It's a surprise.
Oh, right, well, good. Well, now we all know. Tune in tomorrow. See you then. Click on the left if you missed our last video, or click on the right video for one of our favourites.